Hi, Billy Glisson, PowerCore 360. I'm going to show you the types of exercises you should do before you play a round of golf. Also, I'm going to show you the types of exercises you should absolutely not do if you want to score lower. So basically the type of exercise we want to do before playing a round of golf are exercises that activate, warm up, and allow the hips and shoulders and body to rotate, performing the same movement they need to perform when we swing a golf club. The types of exercises we don't want to perform are what we'll call anti-rotational exercises. Exercises that teach the hips, the pelvis, and the shoulders not to turn. We want the body to turn, that's what the golf swing motion requires. We will keep our anti-rotational exercises for after when we play a round of golf, or the next day when we're not going to play, we're not worried about the turn of the body. So this exercise is a one-arm chest press. As I'm standing here, I'm working the front of my chest and shoulders and the outside of my arm. But as I'm also standing here, beyond the obvious arm, chest, and shoulder movements occurring, actually my legs, my hips and pelvis, my abdominal region, chest and shoulders are actually working, and they're actually working in an anti-rotational sense. In other words, they're working to keep my body from turning. If I just allow the band to turn my body, it's going to allow me to rotate. In this case, I'm turning those muscles on and teaching my body not to rotate. This motion, whether I'm doing a chest press, tricep extensions, bicep curls, pull motions, any other motion where my hips, shoulders are not turning becomes an anti-rotational exercise. It's going to teach them not to turn. Great for general fitness. Great if it's after a golf round or the next day. Not great the day of playing golf, and especially as a warm-up activity, because it's going to teach my hips and shoulders not to turn, which is required in the golf swing. So the best type of warm-up activity that I can do is something very specific to the golf swing. We'll call it a rotational type of a movement. I'm starting with the hips and pelvis. I have a resistance band hooked up to my PowerCore 360 hip trainer. I'm simply going to do 2 repetitions. I'm going to go into my golf swing. I'm going to go to the top of my golf swing. As I do that, I'm actually warming up and activating the muscle around my hips and pelvis. They're going to help me coil and generate power and load to perform the downswing. As I perform the downswing, the assistance or the pull of the band is pulling on the right side of my hip. It creates a rotational movement around my hips and pelvis. In this case, I feel a nice stretch now around the front of my hip and left hip and thigh. I sit a lot, I do a lot of computer work, so for me, I get tightness around my hips. If you sit a lot, there's a good chance you do as well. So I just simply do 2 sets, go through my golf swing, perform the downswing, let my hips go through, and it starts to warm up and stretch the specific muscles around my hips and pelvis that might be tight. That's using the assistance of the band. I can also use the resistance of a band, and I can actually activate, warm up, and strengthen specific muscles around my hips and pelvis to prepare them. Same motion. I'm going to go through 2 reps. I'm going to go to the top of my backswing. Now the band is pulling me off balance this direction. If I don't activate certain muscles around my legs and hips, it's actually going to pull me off balance. So it's a very specific warm-up to give me balance and stability in the backswing. As I start my downswing and I start to turn my back hip through to the target line, I'm actually having to use a lot of muscles in my legs, around my hips and pelvis and core to get there and once again hold it. If I don't hold it, if I don't work on my balance there, this band is going to pull me off balance. Once again, I only need to do 2 repetitions. I'm not doing a workout, I'm just doing simply a dynamic activation to get the right muscles on around my hips and pelvis to perform the golf swing. I can stand here and hold it 5 to 10 seconds. It's not a workout, I'm just trying to get those muscles on and warmed up and prepared. Now after warming up my hips and pelvis in a motion, a rotational motion very specific to the golf swing, I'm going to do the same thing with my shoulder turn, which is really my T-spine or thoracic spine. I'm going to do the same motion, 2 repetitions once again. I'm going to set up in my golf position. I'm going to start to the top of my backswing, and at this point, the muscles around my thoracic spine to turn my shoulders, they're running into the resistance of the band. So to activate them, I'm basically going to do 2 things. I'm going to take them to that end range. I'm going to take a deep breath in through my nose. Exhale and turn. One more time, deep breath in through my nose. Exhale, turn. By doing that, I'm taking the muscles that turn my shoulders, right, to give me hip and shoulder separation for more power, more consistency, and I'm turning them on without over-rotating my lower body. When I get to that position, I'm going to do my downswing. I'm going to bring my hips down through first, take it down the target line, and now what's going to happen is the band is pulling on the right side of my torso harness. So it's also creating a rotational movement now to my rib cage and shoulders. I want to try to get this shoulder down the target line. If I'm a little tight once again through my T-spine because I sit or just tight there genetically, then I need some assistance with it. Right now I'm using the assistance of the band. The band is creating rotational turn to my shoulders, to my rib cage. I get to that end range, I take a deep breath in through my nose. I exhale. And I turn. Once again, the band is helping me get a little bit more turn, but I'm integrating my breathing with it. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Turn a little bit more. That's one rep. I'm going to do one more rep. Nice and easy. Go to the top of my backswing. Inhale. Exhale. Turn. Inhale. Exhale. Turn. Those muscles are now warmed up. Perform the downswing. Try to get my shoulder down the target line. Deep breath in through my nose. Exhale, turn a little bit more. Band's giving me nice assistance, helping me turn my shoulders through. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, turn. After I've worked on my hips and now my shoulder turn, I can go back through the golf swing and now everything is loosened up. My shoulder turn's good. I'm stable through my legs. I can perform the correct sequence of the downswing and the follow through. Everything is turning through the ball down the target line, easy. The right muscles are on, the right muscles are activated, and they are ready to play a round of golf. If you like this video, make sure and give us a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you're interested in buying our products, go to powercore360.com.